says, "Submit yourselves then to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." For me, that means that, like, if I surrender to God, then not that, like, all my fears would go away, but he would help me get through the hardest parts of my life and the hardest things that I've ever been able to do. And James chapter 4, verse 10 says, "Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he'll lift you up." So if you are having a hard time and you're not able to do something, you feel like you can't do it, then you just, if you say, "God, I surrender to you," he'll get you through those times. And that's happened to me a lot. I've just thought I can't do this, and then, "God, I need your help," and he helped me through the hard times. And then Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23. This is kind of what we talked about last week with so it says, "Lord, I know that people's lives are not their own," talking about control, "and it is not for them to direct their steps." So kind of like what we talked about last week, that we can't control our own lives, and we have to surrender to God, to give him control, and to let him speak through us, and so he can help us get through things like that. And so I've surrendered to God, or I've tried to. It's hard to do that because you want to have control over your life. Because you feel like if you have control over your life, then you'll be able to make things as best as you can for yourself. But if you try to take control of your life, it's gonna spiral, and your life is gonna be, it's not gonna be anywhere near as good as if you let God take control over your life. But if you let God take control, then you can it kind of gets rid of stress, and you don't have to worry about every single detail of your entire life. You just let God take over and go through everything. And if you're in control, you can't do anything. So surrendering to God is one of the biggest steps of your life, because once you surrender to God, you're somewhat stress-free, and you can do whatever you want to and not have to worry about it, because God is, he knows he knows everything you do in your whole life. And if you let him control that, then you're going to be okay. So all right, so we'll pray. God, thank you for letting us all come here today to worship you, and to just to worship you, to be together with friends in our life groups, just to be in your presence, God, and let you control our lives and control what we do, God. So thank you for that. Amen.